Hello and welcome for our presentation. So for our presentation today, it is about sociology in education. Our assignment was called ESEB2043. Our title is School Improvement Plan. Develop English proficiency in rural areas. So, before we start, I would like to introduce myself and my team member. First is me, Gabriel Bin Gabo. Second is Leong Chong Kian Gui. Next is Nur Jamila binti Abdillah. Fourth, Elisa Nisinar. And five, Nur Aisyah Balkis binti Sulaiman. So, I'm going to start with an introduction. Nowadays, English has become the bridge language between to communicate with other people from all over the world. Not only English language is important to connect with other people, but it's also help to find better jobs, opportunities, and also access on a higher education level. Unfortunately, many undeveloped rural areas, especially in rural areas, happens to have a barrier to gain student to help student gain their English language proficiency. This is due to their limited resources and exposure to suppressed language development. Now we are going to talk about problem analysis from a sociological perspective for our next presenter.
Okay, thank you. I will present about problem analysis from a sociological perspective. There's three problems. For number one is cultural deficit, social reproduction of English inequality. The third is structural resource and constraint. Next. Intervention strategy for developing English. There's a three strategy. For number one is community anchored language and immersion hubs. Number two is peer-led mobile learning pod. And number three is targeted teacher development in communicative language teaching. That's all from me. And I will give to the next person.
Here is our implementation plan for developing English skills among students. We have three main strategies. First is immersion hubs, which will run from months 1 to 6. For the roles and responsibilities, the admin team will secure venue and schedule the session. Teachers and alumni will lead the session. Parents will help promote attendance. And for the anticipated challenges and solution, a possible challenge is low turnout. So we will offer participation, certificate, and partner with local events to encourage students to join. The second is peer-led learning pods from months 1 to 5. For the roles and responsibilities, teacher will train pet tutors, student will help facilitate and the session. The IT lead will manage the devices, and for the anticipated challenges and solution, one possible issue is device shortage, rotate pod schedule, seek device donations. And the last is CLB professional development with a workshop in 1 month and coaching in 2 to 4 months. And for the roles and responsibilities, responsibilities, there will be an external trainer, deliver workshop, senior teacher for the coordinate and observation. And for the anticipated challenges and solution, if there are type conference, integrate observation into existing staff meeting. And let's move to the next slide. For the assessment and evaluation, to assess and evaluate the program, there will be 3 standardized English language proficiencies and assessment. And the second one is classroom observation will be conducted using a rubric aligned with communicative language teaching CLT principles. And the last is qualitative data will be gathered through stakeholder survey and focus group discussion with students, teachers, and parents. Let's move to the next presenter.
Now moving to my part is prevention. The proposed holistic strategy addresses exposure, social norms, and pedagogical capacity, simultaneously critical given rural school complex ecology. By synthetic English practice within culturally present context and empowering local action, the plan is to foster both linguistic competence and a shift in community attitudes. However, sustainability hangs on continual volunteer engagement and device active proactive partnership with alumni and local NGO will be better. Now we'll move to the next person.
For the conclusion, in conclusion, to deliberate sociology approach, integrating community immersion, peer collaboration, and teacher empowerment to offer a practical, sustainable pathway to elevate English language proficiency in this rural school. Through rigorous assessment and adaptive interaction, stakeholders can transform English from a barrier into a bridge to broader opportunities, cultivating a moderate, equitable, and dynamic learning environment. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.